Hello everyone, my name is Ramon. Today we're doing a repair on very common issue 1707 Flexgate. The laptop will work, just it does show display and backlight, everything is okay. But if we open it, I'm not sure if you can see. Can I see? If we open it over 45 degrees, the picture goes completely. Basically, the backlight will go completely. So today let's fix it and see how we can fix it together. This is common 1706, 1707, 1708. Uh, the backlight cable is a little bit short. So what happens by the time the cable gets a broken lines. So basically, this is very common on these. Let's change the scene. Let me know that's the first time to do a setup for videos. Let me know if you want to change anything. I have a setup of three cameras. This camera, which now you are seeing, the portrait camera, which is facing me, and the microscope camera. This one is out. It's a bit filthy, very dirty. The laptop is very dirty. We'll give it a quick good clean and I'll be back. On these, what usually I do, I just cut the cable, okay, connect another one, or basically solder another one, which will be a little bit longer, okay. Um, the problem it shouldn't happen. We make sure the cable is longer enough so it doesn't get stuck again and get broken. I will show you step by step and then let me know if you have any comments. On most of these, I don't take the screen out. I'll just disconnect some flex cables and then pull the backlight flex cable out a little bit, and then we have our way to just do it. We disconnected the battery. Now are disconnecting the screen cable, and that's the backlight cable. Let's see how it looks like under the microscope and where is exactly the broken line. That's the microscope camera, and that's the bracket. Have a look. Broken over here. Can I see it? See it? It's broken here. And this one, we'll need to remove the Wi-Fi antenna. So let me remove it, make everything ready, and then we'll dive deep. in the repair. Stay with me. Okay, we stripped the laptop now. We got the flex cable ready. We had a new blade, and then let's go to the microscope to see how it looks like. I have noticed something with the cable, but I'm not sure if that's affecting the backlight or not. Can you see it? Why that? Why this happening here? If we bend the cable, you can see the broken lines just over here. Can you see? Usually it just gets broken on this line. Let's see how it looks like from the back. Okay, we will do the repair as usual, whereas the place is very common. And after that, we will inspect it again. What I do usually, just cut the cable where about is broken already. I use these tabs, this one, that's the ground tabs as a guideline with a new blade. I'll just take it off. Okay. Now we will expose the pins. Now I have all the pins exposed. Clean that. Get one of the cables and cut it a little bit longer. What I mean a little bit longer is around like, so I'll compare it to the original one. So let's show it to you under the microscope. So basically this is how it looks like. That's the broken one. Okay, that's the full length one. What we'll do, I'll flip it over. Okay, as we took already the guided tabs, which is this one and the other one. Okay, I will go a little bit back like this. That size is more than enough, which is around half centimeter extras. I don't want the cable to be too long. There is some people on the YouTube just do random stuff like attach two cables together like this, and then flip it over, which is not very good. Now we'll expose the copper on the new one, and let me show you how to solder it properly and doesn't get broken after a while. Basically, we left the tension, which the cable does. Basically, the cable, because it's a bit short, it make a tension just near the connector. Now the tension should be released by adding an extra lens. Have to do it gently. Don't want to damage any of the traces. Okay, so the traces all is exposed now. What I need to do, I need to put heat resistant tape. I have a specific size for this one underneath to get the two cables attached together. Little bit of the heat resistant tape. That length, and then I'll just cut this. I don't need it. And then I match the other cable to it. Exactly, that's how I wanted it. That looks great. What I usually do, flux and solder, flow all the bits with nice solder. One of the nice, like very nice solder, I mean, leaded ones. Have my iron set to 300 degrees. This is a flex cable. You're not working with um, a board which had mass to ground. No, it doesn't have resistance to ground. So all you need to do just be gentle. Flood all the beds like this. Same to the new one. After we done this, I have to prepare a cable, which basically the jumpers. Okay, I cut piece of wire. That's a 1 millimeter wire. Okay, it's isolated wire, so I have to de-isolate it. I'll use another iron and flux and solder and make it ready, and then I'll show you what's the trick here. Flux, iron, and then I will need to go over it. Like take the isolation off from the wire. When I feel like the isolation started to get off, flood the soldering iron with solder. Go through it more times. When I feel it's all okay, now what I will do, I'll get the wire, cut it to the pieces I want for the jumper. So I will do like smaller than this one. The smaller it is, the resistance will stop and the wire is not gonna get break. The taller it is, the wire will get break for sure. Because that's a full flex cable. You can't really just jump it by solder. After the time it will get broken. You can't really use the 0.1 millimeter, 0.01. None of this will work. That's a 1 millimeter, very thin wire, but it will do the job perfectly. What we need to do, just move it and see if we need any more. I will use the taller one for the grounds on the side and the shorter one for the for the slim bends. Let's see. Let me get my nice tweezer. These are quite tall, so I will shorten them a little bit. You stay here. Perfect size. I'll show you now. I'm sure the microscope is not adjusted. So, mm, 3 more. Okay, that's now how it looks like. I'll show you now how to get everyone in place with the iron. Don't use hot air at all. Nice iron, no solder on it, and then I'll start merging them together. I'll just press. This one is quite long, so I'll try just to bend it. Remove the glare. No, 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 no. Ah, miss. one as long as we'll shorten it. After all appears solid, I'll take a little bit of solder, and then I'll go over them. So basically, I'll take a little bit of solder, and then I'll start go over the thin ones, which is this one. I will hold it from the bottom. Now it's all done. Let's clean it and see how it looks like. Okay, what do you see now? All pins is attached. All is making good connection. Now the trick. Now the trick. If we put the cable like this, there will be a tension, which we done the jumpers. All we need to do, take a screwdriver, put the flex cable, which is where the place we done the jumpers, and we'll try to just bend a little bit. We are not gonna fully bend it. We'll just make a small bend. So basically, that will release the tension. I will show you on this camera. Okay. Now the cable is like this. I'll put the screwdriver over here and then I'll press it. So basically, I made the cable a little bit bent and it is nothing wrong with this, just to release the tension. It's all here. Okay. Now we need to test it. So let's just put it as it is now. Connect the screen. I will put an isolation tape for now on it, but usually I will cover it by the UV mask. But I'll just for testing now, I'll put I don't want any trouble, so I'll put something like this. That's on the. I'll put like an isolation tape over it, and then I will test and see how it goes. Need to connect the charger. Actually, it came on. Came on straight away. Let me put the black tape on the customer name. Can you see it? It's on. Whatever I will do, the screen now is working perfectly. All I need to do now, put everything back together, and the UV mask will be the end. So everything after we done the tension for the cable, after we soldered the pins, after we done everything, I'll put the Wi-Fi bracket on. I'll put all the screws. I will set the cable in place, and then I will do the UV mask on it so it can hold this place. And that's not gonna broke anytime soon. That's 100% permanent repair. The screen, as you can see, still works. No stage lights. Usually on these, it's very common to get a stage light, but now we have a full brightness, no stage light. Stage light comes from a bad solder. You can see this one is working great. So let me pause. I will put everything back together. I'll show you the final. Okay, now what I will do, I will just put one of these screwdrivers in the tab for the ground, okay, to just keep the cables bended, and now I will be able to see all the lines. All the lines are exposed, but I'll try to make it like a straight one. So I'll put the cable in here, put the screwdriver in here, and make it like this. So at least I can just like this. Looks clean. So all we need to do to put the solder mask. Today we'll try the 3-second relive solder mask. It only dries in 3 seconds. It is white color, so hopefully it should be nice. Okay, let's give it a try. I will make it like a spread to go in between the lines. It looks a bit thicker than the green one. I will go from the top to the bottom, and with a tweezer I will try just to go between the lines. Now our repair should be completed. All we need to do just dry the solder mask, give it a good clean, put it back together. So we fixed the laptop. This 1707, so the screen is super expensive right now. I'm not sure why. The screen is around 600-700 pounds without fitting. So we saved some money for the customer, and it's all good to go. This is actually has been dried in 3 seconds, so it's very nice. Put back everything together. All we need to do just clip the backlight in place. Put the grounding screw. and test it for the last time. It was booting. Full brightness. It's perfectly working now. Let's open to the wide disk and see how the cable looks like. It will be quite hard with the disk, but let's see if we can do that. I have a microscope, it can go so high up. So that's the cable we fixed just here. If you open it wide, it's not gonna affect anything. So can you see? It's all done now. That was Ramon. I hope to see you in the next video. Let me know if you require any specific repairs. We do most of the complicated repairs just in case if you need to see anything. Please leave it in the comments. See you later.